Morning folks, and welcome to the Happy Hooker YouTube channel. This morning there's no fishing. What I am doing is new rubbish strake for the hooker has arrived. So I've come down to Bridgewater windscreens, what my mate has. Andy the Lion Sampson works here. Well, it's his place, and we also have Alan the Scouse Evertonian, who's going to be giving me a lift, putting my new rubbish on the boat. Huh? What, the Evertonian?
I don't think so.
Folks, first jobs first, all the old rubber bond that we put on, i.e. that, has to be scraped off with one of these fancy little tools and made as flat and as clean as possible. Next job after that is to do the primer on it, put fresh bonding on it and stick it to the boat. And here's Andy the Lion Sampson with his dapper haircut for work.
Good afternoon, folks. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Big job on here. Shouldn't take us long.
I'm sure this time it will end up staying on.
We're not working it rain any longer. We'll get it in.
No, we'll go inside and we'll have a look. What I'll do it. I'll go through it with you, stage by stage, as we do it. See you in a bit. Right, guys. Is that camera zoomed in? No, that's it. Right, guys. The boat's now inside the workshop. Next job. All the loose stuff and all the lumps and bumps have been cut off. Next job is get everything dry. How are we doing the Evertonian on that side? Where is he?
My name's Alan.
Hey?
My name's Alan.
Alan? Not the Evertonian?
No.
Yeah, next job, get it all nice and dry.
If you rub with the towel, whatever's left excess, it'll come off.
There you go, folks, you got it right from the horse's mouth. Just repeat that, Alan.
No. If it's not primed behind it, where we haven't primed, it'll, whatever's on will come off.
Right.
It has to be primed.
I'm going to get all these wires out of the way.
You can see that the bond is stuck.
Yeah, see, we have had a go at this before with the last rubbish strake. We made a couple of mistakes, which we have learned by. I.e. I didn't prime the rubber on the inside. I was told to do it, I forgot.
Very important.
Yeah, very important, which hence made it come out. And the other thing I didn't do was, if I could just squeeze past you please, Alan. The other thing I didn't do was at the beginning, where you set your rubbers off, put some sort of a fixing, a bolt or a rivet or a stainless screw in at the beginning, so that when you stretch it, it stretches around. Now, bought off Bridge Rubbers and Plastics. They're down south somewhere. I think it's Southampton if I remember rightly. He looked after me this time because it's my second. He looked after me this time because it's the second rubber I've bought in a couple of months, even though it was my own fault it fell off. I do apologise about having to film on my phone. I forgot my camera. I've left it at home. Any road, I'll get on with it. So, I think I've already mentioned it came from Bridge Rubber and Plastics down at Southampton. He did send it. It was going to come the day after, but something went wrong with FedEx and they ended up not sending it till Friday. It did arrive, but I'd already set off fishing, hadn't I? So today it is. Today's the day. Pissing down outside. I can't go under a roof. Let's get the boat rubber done. Looks like Lion Sampson's doing the most important job here. I'll start filming again at the next stage. Right, here's the Lion just opening up the new rubber. Let's have a look what comes in the box. Will it be any surprises? Now that looks to me like a rubbish strake. Do we need to degrease it and clean it or anything, Andy? Or and how we're going to do that? What are we doing that with?
What we're going to do, we're going to put some primer on the inside. Same on the boat. Put primer on the boat. We're going to run some glue all the way around the boat. And then we're going to put the rubber on, and then we're going to put self-tappers in to hold it all the way along so it doesn't move, it doesn't ever come off. Hopefully.
Perfect.
This time.
Can't remember who helped me fit it last time.
So that's the plan.
Yeah. Oops. So we'll see how we get on. I'll give you some more filming when we get it out and get it primed. Right guys, the next thing, this is weird, this filming with my phone again because it turns everything back to front. The next little stage has been done. It's had a primer added all the way along the lip of the boat, so it's gone all the way around that, as Everton Allen. And now, what he's doing is, inside the actual rubbing strake itself, is priming up inside there as well. So the idea being, I mean, I don't want to teach your grandma to suck eggs, but if it's primed on the boat, it should stick to the boat, and if it's primed inside the rubber, it should stick to the rubber. It will stick to the rubber. It will stick. Give us your guarantee, Alan. Guarantee. So there you go, folks. That's that stage. I'll do a bit more filming as we start putting it on the boat. Right, guys, we've come to the moment of fitting. We've got it's a windscreen bond what it's putting on there. It's put a thin line all the way down it, and now we're just simply going to bish bash boo the rubber on all the way around. I'm going to go and get some stainless steel self-tapping screws, and I'm going to put one underneath, probably 1 foot all the way around it. And then in the corner we'll fix it obviously into that. It's a bit stiff, that, Andy?
No, it's gone on fine, it's looks nice. Just make sure it's in with the hammer. It's that lovely, that.
It has. The next video you'll see, it should all be on. I need to give him a lift because that's dragging along behind him, and I need to shift it so we can get it done. Speak to you in a bit. Right guys, we're near enough all the way around. What I am going to show you is, as Alan's pushed it on like that, I've just given it a... Now if I can... See how it's just pushing up onto it? Inside the rubber is a little groove. Now this rubber, people, I can hear a few of you screaming at the screen. Put it in a bucket and warm it up. Put it in a bucket, it hot and stretch it round. Well, for those of you that are shouting that, the actual rubber company that I've bought the rubber off have told me not to do that. Just to put it on as straight as it is and make sure there's no lumps and bumps in it. A bit of sealant, tag it either end, and that'll do it. Well, I'm going to tag it either end, and then like I said, every foot or so, I'm going to stick a self-tapper in when I go and get them. Is it? Oh, love looking at me. Right, Alan, how are we feeling?
Mention Everton.
Typical Scouser. See you in a bit. Right, guys, we have the rubbish strip on most of the way around. Well, we've not put the backside on, simply because we're going to let this dry first, and then we're going to force it round there, and I'll put some heat on it there. Now there is one little bubble in it up here where it's gone round the corner at the front. So Alan is now
You see it going?
just putting some heat on it now, which is what the manufacturers told me to do, and it does seem to be stretching it in place. Failing that, I am going getting the self-tappers. I know I've been saying I'm going getting the self-tappers for about 2 hours now, but I am actually going for them in about 5 minutes. But in the meantime, we're just going to try that and see if it shrinks it into place.
I don't think it's hot. I don't think it's
That's not hot enough. Right.
You don't want to do it.
Is that in Andy's van?
I don't think it's at home.
Oh, sugar. I just dropped it all.
Yeah.
Right, we don't think that's going to throw out enough heat to shrink it. So, off to the shop for the stainless steel.
Oh, it's going, I think.
Where's it going?
Going, mate, yeah. Going.
Oh, look. Yeah, it looks like it's getting a bit less, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, while the Andy's workshop, which is Bridgewater windscreens, it's getting left here for a few days. Tommy the Turd's coming over and he's taking a polish gun and the polish to the boat. So when we're taking out at weekend, it should be absolutely bright and sparkling. Thank you very much, Tommy.
Yeah.
Has it gone? Yeah, you can see, as you can see, folks, the more heat he's giving it, the more it's shrinking.
I don't want to give it too much to my baby.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we'll put a self tapper in there as well. So what I'm gonna, like I said, one every foot, maybe every 2 foot. I'm gonna put a self tapper just to make sure that it all stays in place. Because trust me, 150 quid a pop, I can't be affording to buying another one. Tight get harder. See you in a bit. Right, I'm just going to hand you over to Andy now. What we're doing here, now underneath, just showing that Alan under there, we've got the stainless steel screws with a big washer and a little washer. Now they are self-tappers, but try this out, what do you reckon about there?
Go further.
More?
There.
There?
Yeah.
I'm reckoning about every 2 foot, which is 600 in new money. Just pilot drill it. Now the reason I'm stop starting is I don't want to pop through the top of the rubber. I want it to just go through the fiberglass.
Move it up a bit.
That's one burnt out drill already. I'm going to have to get a new drill bit, but that should. It don't help it, hang on. It'll help if you want right way, won't it? It's oh sorry, it's tyres in here, don't you? We'll see if that'll self-tap in now, in that hole.
Saturday afternoon, 3.
See if we can get this to self-tap in that hole, which it should do. There we go.
Got more if you want them, huh?
That's it. And as far as I can see, folks, that now is solid. It's not coming off in a month of Sundays. He says, again, I'm just going to get a new drill bit. It'll help us while taking the drill forwards and not backwards. Right guys, we've done all around the boat now with the self-tappers, as we can see. Every 2 foot or so, on the corners to stop it all bunching up, we've put a mitre joint in it, and
Just gluing it together.
it's just being glued together now. But that rubbing strip, or rubbing strake, as you like to call it, I'll just put a little bit of sealant in that, and just to neaten it up a bit, is that. And all we did was pull that round. We pulled that round, we put a slice in it there, to the corner. We basically put a mitre in it, bent one there, one underneath, bent it round, and made it all nice and neat so it fitted. Screwed it. Fanny's your aunt, Bob's your uncle. One new rubbing strake. Just waiting for Tommy the Turd now, over the next few days, to get it all polished, so she should be like a shiny new pin. Thank you very much, Everton Allen, and Andy the Lion Samson. Much appreciated. I might have to repay them with sexual favours. All I've got to say for now, folks, is ta-ra for now. Ta-ra for now.